They assemble at night, each one having prepared as diligently as possible the time given to them before the witching hour, the hour of reckoning, the time when they begin outdoor cartoon television. Stray Casts is on the air.
Fish it out.
This is the springtime of bass loving. The second season, I'm to know. It isn't hard to recognize. These things are clear to all from time to time. It's Wednesday night. It's Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television time. Yeah! Woo! Those are a little words from the prophet Robert Plant.
Thank you.
About springtime bass fishing. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. It is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's the maniacy that we call Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television, coming at you live on the Stray Cast Bookface page and straycast.net. Another huge, giant,
big
Leviathan, lycanthropy of a show tonight.
Gargantuan.
Yes, Gargamel, Slubberdigullion, Choo-Choo, Snoogan, Fatty Magoo of a show. Right now, coming up first from the old Ross Barnett Lake, our old buddy making his sophomore appearance here on the Stray Cast show. Jeff Kriet coming up first at 7:10. Jeff Kriet. Yes, I love that guy. After that, a legend of the sport is coming on. He's another sophomore.
Yes.
He's another sophomore of this show. Second time around, too, for this gentleman. It's a change of life for him. And he's coming on to talk about it. Co-host of Bass Live, Davy Hite. Bass legend Davy Hite coming on. Why do I get so excited about this?
Because it's exciting.
I love bass fishing. And then FLW Tour Young Buck, Super Studling. He's an Apache of bassin'.
That's right.
He's creeping up on him like an Apache. We're pretty proud to have Shane Lehew. Yes. He's coming up at. What happened to my cans again? Something happened.
You jiggled the
jiggled
can
it
wire.
just a little bit.
What do you got there in front of you?
I got a couple things I'm going to tell you. Shane Lehew. Then we have a guest coming on, a special guest, a surprise mystery guest coming on after all the festivities. And I don't know, Ginger's got something worked up. I don't even know who it is. He won't even tell me, but he promises me it is spectacular. So I'm pretty stoked about this one. I have no idea who it is, but mystery guest coming on.
Yeah.
Woo! Mystery guest. Mystery guest. Yeah!
I certainly hope that doesn't suck.
Yeah, me too. I hope it's not a lame guest.
I don't want to clap for something
I hope
bad.
it's like not the ghost of Doug Hannon or something.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Well, I'd have to communicate telepathically, and it might not
Right.
go well. Although I love Doug Hannon. But you know what else? It's a big night. Wait, let's keep going around the table here. This dude right here, he's fresh and he's clean because it's spring. He did some spring cleaning. This guy right
Shedded
here,
some
look
face.
how fresh this face is. You see how fresh this face is? He's almost beardless, yet he is not. This is my pal who came prepared to the show tonight. I am so proud of you, little buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Popcorn Whitaker. Yes. Yeah. Our little boy's growing up.
Funny thing about getting prepared is that that's right.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Good job. I take back everything I just said.
He's even got highlighters.
He's got highlighters.
I do.
Hey, that voice you hear over there from yonder, he's been there, he's done that. He's pound-nosed Basses and is coming back. That, right there, is my pal. It's JP. He's got an amazing mustache and long hair.
Check out JP on Snapchat, too. He's killing it. He's
Yeah.
giving a daily Lake Michigan wave report from his window.
Is he? How do they see you
It's
on the
awesome.
Snapchat, JP?
I don't know. They got to search it. I don't even know my name. I think it's JP.
I think it's JP.
It's
Yeah.
just J,
Find him on Facebook.
like
JPA.
JAYPEE or just JP?
It's spelled out phonetically.
Like, okay, phonetically.
Yeah.
Like rappers.
That's like
J-
the biggest word I know.
And
Phonetically
I had
is
to throw it in
transcontinentally amazing. The producer of this thing right here, the guy who's always full of surprises. I am just proud to call him my dude of bassin'. He's the one that keeps this whole thing together. He's the super glue on the jig trailer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja. Yeah. That's Andy. It's Andy Ellenberger. Did you wave, Andy? There's Andy. That's him right there. Hey, don't forget, tonight is the big drawing for the Bookface giveaway. JP and I handpicked a few of our favorite baits, mostly JP. All I did was throw in a hat and a spinnerbait from my collection. But JP threw in some this War Eagle spinnerbait, I must say, and this War Eagle hat. And JP threw in a couple PH Custom balsa baits. This is a tiny Hunter in an amazing color, and a dollar bill Lowen flat side crankbait in the hottest color in the nation, red.
It's about $50 worth of crankbaits
50
right there.
bucks, yeah, exactly. And this is the best part of this package. I'm not going to kid you. A Brian Kerschel Memorial Fish Whistle and Brian Kerschel commemorative playing cards. I'm getting the cue. I'm talking way too much. Hey, Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television is about to begin. The drawing will be somewhere in the show. So keep tuned. You got to listen for your name. Put the power poles down. Don't go anywhere. Bass Fishing Madness continues momentarily.
I was born a fishing gypsy. It's a life I choose.
Quality, dependability, consistency, and fish-catching performance is what separates a War Eagle spinnerbait from the pack. Hand-assembled, inspected, and tested in Rogers, Arkansas, War Eagle lures are the choice of Mike McClellan, Andy Morgan, Edwin Evers, and you, the serious bass angler. War Eagle lures, when you absolutely have to catch fish. Find War Eagle lures at your local tackle store or visit wareaglelures.com today. Welcome back to Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. I'm Pat Renwick, and this is Ryan Popcorn Whitaker.
Hey.
I'll tell you right now, I'm really, really stoked to have my bud back. He's coming to us live from the Rise, from the old Ross Barnett Reservoir for the Bassmaster Elite Series Tour. He's a second-time veteran of the Stray Cast Bass Buzz Outdoor Cartoon Television Show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jeff Kriet. Yeah! JK.
What's up?
JK LOL. What's going on, Jeff?
How are you doing?
Good, dude. I'm doing really good. The question is, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just wrapped up the meeting, just finished up tackle, and getting ready to have an early morning in the morning.
Yeah, an early morning in the morning. No better morning than an early morning in the morning. you know, that's what I'm saying. But, dude, I mean, this is the eve of a big event, okay? And as a bass fishing superstar, which you are, whether you acknowledge it or not, you are a bass fishing superstar. You know, bassing ain't all dragons and boobies. You know what I mean? It's not all it's not all as easy as it's made to be. You know.
No.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty tough little tournament right here. It really is. It's not a very big lake, and the main lake for some reason it's not fishing real good. So I think probably like 70% or 80% of the field is going to be up the river. And I've seen everybody in practice, you know. So it's gonna be put your head down and grind it out deal tomorrow.
It's a grinders derby.
Yes,
And
for sure.
And they're all. Isn't it amazing? It shows you how like-minded you professional bass anglers are. That you just. I mean, there's always somebody that's doing something a little different, but you guys all think alike, man. You really do.
It's kind of scary, to be honest with you. I mean, it's these guys dial in pretty quick. By after 3 days of practice, most everybody is dialed into something, you know. But I agree with you, and I'm rooming with Todd Faircloth, and I travel with Jared Littner, and we've all taken bets on how we thought it's going to be won, and I think, like you said, somebody will do something maybe a little different. I think, it's typically the lake's pretty stained. It's a pretty muddy lake, so most of the fish are going to get caught shallow. But I still think that somebody's going to figure out how to catch them maybe on the sides of some of those drains or on some deeper stumps or something. And I haven't figured it out. I tried it. But I'll be like most of the guys. I'll be up flipping, frogging, buzz baiting, swim jigging, that sort of thing.
Fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're speaking my language. We love that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, so go back a second. When you said you got some bets with the guys going, like, are you betting like a dinner at Arby's, or like what are you betting? You know, like a bottle of Yoo-Hoo. What are you betting?
Honestly, usually it's for like a 12-pack of cold beer is what it is.
Okay.
We took bets on what we thought it would take to make a check and all that.
Gotcha. So you don't ever have bets like, okay, you get to go in my tackle box and take out those custom balsa baits that I've been hoarding for like.
I didn't even, or maybe used to. I mean, I bought a swim bait the other day for like $400. I'm not. They go right for it.
They're no dum-dums, are they?
No. I bet I don't know how many of those high-dollar swim baits I've bought. I've never caught a bass on one. I really haven't, but I feel like I need to have one.
Yeah,
you know?
you do. You absolutely do. Yes.
Hey, when you win that,
Out and look at it, but never have caught one in a tournament on one of those baits.
hey, when you win that bet, what kind of beer are you gonna ask
I'm
for?
a Love Ultra guy.
Michelob Ultra.
Is that sis? That's kind of sissy with a lime.
I've never.
That is sissy. Yes.
And maybe an old Jolly Rancher to go with. They don't sell Zima anymore.
Old Jeff Kriet for Zima. Zima, who's got the keys to my Beamer.
Bartles and James.
There it is right there. Dude, I take consensuses. As a member of Bass Fishing Media, okay? I'm actually the president of the Bass Fishing Talk Show Guy Association. Yeah, you know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know you know that. And
Sure.
and a lot of people tell me that one of the best anglers that they know, including a mutual friend of ours, his name, I won't name drop, but his name rhymes with Larcona, okay? He says that you're one of the best anglers that he knows, but you're actually your worst enemy. And you kind of have a reputation for that, Jeff.
I know I don't I can't. I try, man. I know. I beat myself down, man. I mean, it's bad. It really is.
All right, now
I put it this: I should have accomplished a lot more than what I have by now, man.
well, I'm gonna. Last time, if you remember, when you came on the show, I acted as your motivational inspiration, dude. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
I self-appointed myself as your motivational guru.
right.
Okay,
Right.
and
I need it.
and I'm gonna do it again. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna do it again because we have high hopes for you. And,
I hope so.
And as you know, when you were on this show last time, you had a pretty decent finish. Okay, guys that come on this show do well. There's something about this dumb show that that people do well afterwards. Okay,
true.
It really is. We don't know why. It's something cosmic in the Bass galaxy, and we can't explain it. Nor do we. Yeah, we don't want to. But here, let me remind you of a couple things. Okay, first off, you are living the dream. Okay, again, it's not all dragons and boobies, but you're making a living as a professional bass angler. Point one, right?
Right.
It's awesome, Jeff. It's awesome. Okay. Point two, almost $1.2 million in earnings.
Right.
That's bass fishing. Okay? It's pretty good, dude. Now
okay.
Now I have your sponsorship dollars here, but I'm not going to disclose that to the public. You're doing quite well. You're doing quite well. You're there right now on the cusp in Bassmaster Elite Series points. I think you're at 60 something.
Yeah, I fell after I was sitting pretty good until Toledo.
Right,
But
and you did good at the Big O, right?
Back in it.
Yeah, this is your derby to get back in
Uh-oh.
it, okay? No more BB in the boxcar, okay? You gotta stick it out because, damn it, you are Jeff Kriet. You are Jeff Kriet. I want to hear you say, damn it, I'm Jeff Kriet, and I am going to succeed at this derby.
Damn it, I'm Jeff Kriet, and I'm going to succeed at this tournament.
Yes, there it is, right there.
It's working.
Yeah. That's how we do it. That's how. That, Jeff.
My very first Bassmaster check I ever made was on this lake, like 20 years ago, 16 years ago.
It's right
So
there, dude.
maybe I'll get my first elite win here.
It could happen. It could happen. Okay. In fact, there's a great chance. There's like a 1 in 150 chance that this can happen.
What? No, 1 in 108.
108. Oh, sorry. One in. So you're saying you got a chance? See, right
So-
there.
There's
Jeff-
a chance.
I'm gonna tell you another reason why you're gonna do well at this tournament, and then it's gonna follow into a question.
Uh-oh.
So I've watched you on TV. A lot of us have. Pick apart structure and sit there, and you say you're all gonna be crammed into the same area, and the guys that can
Right.
pick apart the structure are the guys that are gonna do well. You. Then, how do you determine a piece of structure to pick apart? Like if you're fishing a bunch of boat docks, why are you going to sit longer on one boat dock than another?
I mean, a lot of it still is a, and I think most of the guys that do it for a living, you have a gut, a feeling. When I get those feelings, there's just certain times that I'm really like convinced that there is one there. In a tournament like this, and it may not be the right strategy. I mean, a lot of guys are going to take off and they're just going to cover a lot more water than me. But my theory is on a tournament like this is it's hard for them to outslow me. Oh, you know what I mean? So, I'm the guy that when I go into area and they're there, I want to catch every one of them that's there. And where a guy like Van Dam, he doesn't care about catching all of them. He wants to make sure he catches the ones that are eating and the active fish. I mean, if you look at our careers, he's had a better career. I'm not going to lie there, but sometimes on a lake like this, I think that the guys that really try to cover a bunch of water are going to have a good chance to get spun out because you're not going to go anywhere there's not a boat.
Right.
You know what I mean, there's a good chance tomorrow that if I can start getting things going, when I put my trolling motor down in the morning, I may never pick it up.
Nice.
The rest.
I like it.
Advantage Jeff Kriet.
Advantage Jeff Kriet, and he's going to dance with who brung him. Right there.
That's right.
That's the deal right there. Hey, do you consider yourself a versatile angler? I know you're a great flipper. I know that you're a genius with that shaky head. Do you consider yourself a versatile angler?
I think I'm pretty versatile. My weakness is would be my weakness is sight fishing.
Okay.
My biggest weakness, and that's just because I just don't enjoy it. And you're good at the things you like to do, and I just for some reason I mean, even when there's like we'd go to Lake Fork, buddies and I would, and we'd be catching all these big ones on the beds, and after a half day of it, I'm like, man, let's go fishing.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I mean, to me, there's something about when you're flipping or doing what you're doing, and you get that unexpected bite. That's what I like. I like the bite.
Who's photobombing you back there?
That's Todd. Hey, come here.
Tell Todd to come over here and say hi to us.
Come here. Get in here, right here.
What's up, Todd?
That's Todd Faircloth.
I met that guy. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. What's going on? Kriet's going to beat you tomorrow. Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, he told us that when you were in the other room. He said, I'm going to beat the britches off of Todd Faircloth in this derby tomorrow.
You're going to be into him for a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
First, and I'm in second. That's right. Off in a derby, you've had a pretty good one.
No doubt,
right.
man. Hey, good to see you, Todd. You got to come on the show sometime and clown around.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, man. Good luck to you tomorrow, too. Take it easy. A little cameo by Todd Faircloth. That is the magic of bass fishing talk shows, Jeff.
That's right.
Yeah, that's outstanding right there. Hey,
I hope I'm talking to sleep tonight, and I can maybe find another area.
yeah, Or you know what you do when he's sleeping? Like if you really want to throw him off while he's sleeping, put his hand in a bucket of ice water. Okay, and then you know what happens then, right?
Does it really work?
I don't. Let's find out.
It's supposed to do warm water.
Oh, is it warm water?
Yes.
Oh, do it in warm water.
Warm water.
Yeah.
That's right. Cold water. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, cold water is this handle just go numb and you won't be able to cast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Think of something. I put shaving cream on his hand, and then when he scratches his face in the middle of the night.
Yeah. He's like 6'4".
He what?
He's like 6'4". I'm only 5'10".
You can't mess with that, dude.
Take it easy.
He's a good guy to have on your team.
That's right.
Hey, we love watching you on MLF, dude. You're one of the shining personalities of that show. You know that?
That deal's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, one of the best moments of bass fishing television is the famous Jeff Kriet triple Lindy into the water, going and grabbing that fish off the dock, dude.
Hey, I do it every time. That's the thing. I mean, even think about it. In that sense, every fish counts. If it's a 12-incher, you can never get him back. You know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow, let's say I'm fishing and I lose a pound and a halfer. I'm not going to be happy about losing him, but I know that I can make that. I can overcome that. Hopefully, I can get another opportunity. But in Major League Fishing, you'll never get that back. So and somebody always gets knocked out by a couple ounces, right?
It always happens. It always happens. Have you ever noticed like that Marty Stone like asks questions with statements? Have you ever noticed that? It'd be like, "Hey Jeff, you like to catch fish on a shaky head."
I've never
Question mark.
had.
And
Now it's going to buy every time I watch.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, and then he just waits for you to say something, and then it'll be like, "Hey Jeff, did you ever notice that during the Wiley X Fish Eye View of the Week, that sometimes they give me the dumbest sunglasses to wear ever on MLF?" did you ever notice that?
I will now.
Okay, we love Marty Stone. Don't get
Yeah,
me
he's
wrong.
great.
We love MLF and Gary and Boyd. They're buds of ours and the best
Yeah.
damn show on television. And no,
true.
no offense to any other fishing show, but MLF is the deal, dude.
Cat's pajamas.
Oh, like I literally, I get excited to watch it.
Me too.
I
Me
mean,
too.
And that's after doing it this long. I don't always watch fishing show. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But that, like, if I miss one, I mean, when I get home, I'll watch like there'll be like 2 or 3 episodes, and I'll binge watch them. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And we had, I think, what did we have? Gary on last week?
Yes.
Was Gary Klein was on last week, and I mean, it's the truth that every Saturday night, you know, I DVR it. I'm always fishing on a Saturday in the day, but at Saturday night, I'm watching MLF at some point of the night. You know?
I keep them all.
Yeah.
I mean, watch them over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, tell us a little like behind the scenes MLF story. Like, give us an example of something that like a typical night. You know, I mean, you guys go out and hang out.
Well, I mean, you know, it is a little bit more relaxed than like because you're not fishing every day. You can't practice. So, you know, like at the last one I fished, I went and ate with Van Dam and Hackney one night. We all get along really well, but you know, on the nights you fish, you really you'll get a text that tells you, okay, you're fishing Tuesday or whatever. So that night, you know, that you're always doing something with Major League Fishing. You're either taking pictures or doing interviews or doing commercials for them or whatever. I mean, you don't get to sit around much. You know, it's a busy day even when you're not fishing. But you know, and then usually maybe like at 5:30 that night, they tell you what boat you're in, and then it's just a mad dash to get the boats loaded. Because you know, people always ask, and I know you've heard it, but we do not know. I mean, honestly, if I'm lying about that, may I never catch another bass. We don't know where we're fishing until we pull up at that boat ramp that morning, and that's a fact.
That's awesome, though.
I love it.
I mean, it's testing the purity of you as an angler.
It is.
I'm-
It is. That's what makes it so fun. I mean, it's an intense day. You know, it's hard to make it through a round, but it's I love it. I mean, it's really a lot of fun. I'm like you. I just, you know, my biggest gripe about like the Bassmaster stuff is all the pre-practice and all the help that people get really bothers me. You know, I just, you know, it used to be when I first started, you know, I'd drive the Potomac River, never saw it, didn't know anybody, so unload my boat and go practice for 3 days. If
Right.
you found them, caught them, and if you didn't, you didn't. But I don't like that. You know, I don't think, you know, we ought to be riding around with locals 30 days beforehand and getting all the scoop, you know.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is look up Potomac River Bass Club on Facebook, and you'll find a bunch of guys, and you start messaging people.
And you know, I really used to be, years ago, I felt like I was one of the better ledge fishermen that there were out there. But I'd go out and I'd graph around and I'd just find them. I found a lot of them by fishing, and now, I mean, heck, I'd just soon, I'd rather flip shallow than fish a ledge. Just, I mean, it's a cluster out there.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. It's and with technology, man, it's like it's still it makes it a lot easier. It's still not the easiest thing, especially for a shallow water guy like myself. But it certainly does make it so much easier with the technology at hand, which is a curse and a blessing. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, one more MLF question real quick. I got to know this. When you guys are all in town together, right? When they're doing different fields, they do 6 guys one day and then a different 6 guys the next, right?
Right.
So you guys can't really hang out the night after the first group if you're in the second group because you don't.
Oh,
I mean, how do you talk fishing to a fisherman that doesn't tell you everything he knows?
I'm telling you right now, you can't discuss anything.
Right.
I mean, nothing. That's like big time rule violation.
Right.
So, like, almost guys are. I mean, you're almost scared to talk at all about it.
Right. That's what I figured. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden you see like Gary and Boyd are omnipresent. You know, they're there. They're like the Wizard of Oz's image over you.
Got to put yourself on a 3 Michelob Ultra limit, so you don't spill the beans.
Exactly.
It's the truth serum, man. Hey, remember last time you were on the show? Do you remember or no?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. I just not. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was quite a while ago.
It was Toledo Bend.
When was it, Ginge? About a year ago. Yeah, we've been doing this show for over a year now. Do you believe that we lasted this long?
Yeah. I mean, you're the president of the bass fishing radio guys.
The talk show.
right.
We're web guys. We're movie stars now. Come on, Jeff. Okay, come on, for crying out loud. Remember last time you said that the most overused term in bass fishing is swing for the fences.
Yeah.
You hate it, don't you?
Hey.
Has there been any new terms that have evolved that grind your gears?
There's a couple of them that kind of wear me out, but I don't know that I can.
You can.
Oh,
It's
say
a
it.
web
Come on.
show. It's okay.
I'll make people mad, but I get, the swing for the fences is the worst, and I better not even get into one of them. I'd get in trouble.
Can you spell it or something, so in case kids are listening?
There's a bunch of them out there that are overused and overplayed.
Okay, we'll leave
What
it
about
at that.
what about I'm just going fishing? I'm just going fishing. Just going
I
fishing.
Day,
Just going fishing.
Just going fishing.
Gonna dance with who brung you.
Yeah, that.
Hey, Jeff.
That one.
What's that?
I may use that if I make it into the top 12. I'm going to use that if they. And when they, I'm gonna. What do you say? Dance with what?
Dance with who brung you.
Dance with who brung me.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Are you gonna give me credit or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
I think you got to give Jerry McInnes credit because I think he said it first.
No, it wasn't Jerry. It was actually that's a quote from the famous movie Bait Shop with Billy Ray Cyrus and Jacob Wheeler when he was a little boy. That's what that's what that was from. When a little Jacob Wheeler, way before when he was still in pull-ups. That was him.
I believe you.
Yeah, it's a true story. Dance with who brung you. Jeff, it wouldn't be a Bass Buzz segment with Jeff Kriet if we didn't play a game show. You want to play a game show?
Always.
Okay, excellent. Hey, we're going to play a little game here. And what do you want to play, Ginge? Bass and Match game? Or let's play Bass and Match game, okay? And here we go. Give me a beat, Ginge. Ah, yes. Welcome to the Bass and Match game. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, with Elite Series superstar Jeff Kriet. Jeff, I'm going to say a word or a phrase, and you match it with bass fishing or just whatever the hell pops to your mind, okay? Are you ready, Jeff?
Yeah.
The first word is sea monkey. Sea monkey.
Sea monkey. Nothing matches with that.
Give him. Do we have a buzzer? Buzz.
Whopper plopper.
Whopper plopper. Okay.
All right.
Whopper. That's it. That's a correct answer. Good job. Tour zombie. Tour zombie.
I was trying to think the name of my new trolling motor because that's what it would be. The fancy new trolling motor. What is it?
The Ultrex?
Ultrex.
Rex.
Yeah, you like that thing?
Yeah, I got one.
Nice. It makes a weird sound, doesn't it?
I got over that after about a day of it.
Okay. There you go. The Ultrex is the tour zombie because it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Excellent.
For sure.
Excellent. Nectar of the gods. Nectar of the gods.
Sweet spot. The juice.
The juice. The sweet spot. The deal. There's another one. The deal. There's another term for you.
That's the deal.
Dance with who brung you, Jeff. Alive and kicking. Alive and kicking.
David Fritz.
David Fritz.
Yeah, he's back on the tour, you know.
Yeah,
Saw
yeah.
him today.
David Fritz, man. He's the deal.
Yeah.
He's cranking his way.
Sitting on his seat, the sit-down seat, just winding around. I guarantee you he wrecks them.
Yeah, he's gonna. He's Fritz, dude.
Got that rod resting on his leg.
He's
too.
David Fritz, man. Choke the chicken. Choke the chicken.
Choking the chicken.
Yeah.
Me time.
No, that's when the bass eats the chatterbait. He eats the chatter chicken. Gee, where the hell is your mind at, Mr.
I think he
Kriet?
had it right the first time.
Yeah, God, talking about offending people with an overused statement. Gosh. For crying out loud, Davy Hite's on next. Keep it clean. Canary in a coal mine.
Oh, ish frog.
An ish frog. Okay, I got you there. I'm speaking your language. I'm speaking your language right there. Hey, dude, I think, did he win, Ginge? Did he win? He won. Jeff Kriet, you won. Woo! Yes.
Yeah. I needed to win because that gives me confidence going into tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Again, damn it, I am Jeff Kriet, Elite Series angler, and I am going to win this derby. Let me hear you.
I'm Jeff Kriet. I'm a Bassmaster Elite angler, and I'm going to win this derby.
Yeah, he sure is. He sure is. That's Jeff Kriet right there, dude. Dude,
that's your mantra all day tomorrow.
All day. Keep that in your head. I'm dancing with who brung me. I'm going to win this derby. I'm dancing with who brung me. I'm going to win this derby.
This is the deal.
I'm going to swing for the fence tomorrow.
Keep it in the juice and just work the deal. That's all you got to do.
Try to catch 5.
That's all you got to do. Just go fishing, dude. Just go fishing.
No choking the chicken tomorrow.
No choking the chicken tomorrow. Save that for the you time. There it is right there. Hey, any parting words for your fans or your sponsors before you get out of here?
Hey, tune in tomorrow. I've had a big, my mindset has completely changed after this thing we've done. And I really feel like I'm going to do big things tomorrow.
And we are with you, dude. We are with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Bassmaster Elite Series superstar, Jeff Kriet, thank you so much again for gracing us with your presence, dude.
Hey, man, anytime.
Awesome, dude. Hey, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Dance with who brung you. We'll catch you next time. Peace, Jeff Kriet. Later.
Just go fishing.
That is Bassmaster Elite Series superstar Jeff Kriet. He's about to win the Ross Barnett tournament tomorrow. Hey, keep it locked. Put the power poles down. We have bass legend Davy Hite coming up next. And don't forget to stay tuned for the big Bass Fishing Stray Cast Book Face giveaway coming at you.
I was born a fishing gypsy. It's a life I choose. People tell me I'm one track minded, but that.
Stank's Bait Company has been hand pouring and injecting soft plastic baits since 2009. Each bait is hand poured with you in mind, and each bait is injected with fish catching juice. They've got over 20 baits to choose from. And Stank's Bait gives you unparalleled custom colors, and they'll match the hatch of your local lake forage. Plus, they feature soft plastic custom airbrushing, and now they offer their services to you and your soft baits. So pretty you'll want to frame it. But don't, because the fish aren't going to see it on your wall, and they're not going to smell it till you get it in the water. You can find them online at stanksbaitco.com or at Tackle Warehouse, Fisherman's Central, Sportsman's Direct, and D&R Sports. Stank's Baits. Get 'em.
PH Custom Lures by Phil Hunter, quickly becoming the most sought-after custom balsa baits in the industry, from the Little Hunter to the Squeaky P. These baits are pure quality, handcrafted, hand-carved, and hand-painted. But most importantly, they flat-out catch fish. PH Custom Lures has a bait for any situation in a magnitude of colors. Check out the old school, straighter, and PH Custom series at phcustomlures.com. That's phcustomlures.com.
I'm John DeMay with M Jigs. Today, I'd like to share with you a little bit about a couple products that we have in our lineup that we're really excited about. The first product I'd like to talk to you about today is the Joe Football Head Jig. Right out of the package, you'll notice that our football head jig is different than most on the market. What makes our jigs different is the quality of components. Let's start with the hook. These hooks are custom made for us in Japan. 90-degree bend, black nickel hooks, razor sharp, JDM quality. All of our Joe Football Head jigs have living rubber skirts. They're hand tied with copper wire to ensure that they stay affixed, and it also helps them to flare while they're in the water. We powder paint and heat cure each jig to ensure that the paint stays on your jig even when you're fishing rock. Another feature that separates our jig from other jigs on the market is the screw lock keeper. The screw lock keeper does a couple things for you. Not only does it keep your bait affixed, it'll save you money on soft plastics that pull off of standard barb keepers. The second product I'd like to talk to you about is our hybrid flip and swim jig. We also have a custom hook in our flip and swim jig. It's a 4/0 30-degree bend black nickel hook. It has the same durable paint, the same great keeper, and a hand-tied silicone skirt to complete it. So if you're looking for a premium product that's going to give you an edge over your competition, look us up at demjigs.com.
Welcome back to Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. Ryan Popcorn Whitaker's right here to my right. And we're excited right now to have a bass fishing legend amongst us for the second time ever. He's a sophomore of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we give a loud studio audience round of applause for the one and only Davy Hite. Yeah, come on. Tear it up for Davy. Yeah. Yeah.
Check out that girl.
Wait, welcome to the show, Davy.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Glad to be with you.
Dude, it's good to have you back, man. I mean, when you were on last time, you had just made the major announcement that you were retiring from tournament bass angling. And now you are in full turn of this change of life, okay? But Davey, it's you're doing a phenomenal job, by the way. We love you on the Bass Live, dude. You're knocking it out.
Yes.
You're knocking it out.
I really appreciate that. I was nervous about it. Be honest with you, at 50 years old, being nervous shouldn't be what I'm saying, but I was a little nervous because I'd been fishing professionally, fishing the Bassmaster Trail for 23 years, and when you dip your toe in water a little differently, it was. I was nervous about it. That's about the only way I can describe it. And things have worked out so great. But the key to me being able to do decent on there, I hope, on Bass Live is Mark Zona and Tommy Sanders. I mean, when you're around guys like that, you just got to hang with them, and they're as good as there is in the outdoors for sure.
There is nobody better than Tommy Sanders.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I mean, never, ever is Tommy at a loss for words. In fact, he did the intro for the Stray Cast show. You hear that voice every show at the beginning. It's Tommy Sanders, and we had him do it, and he busted it out on the spot, and it was flawless. The guy is absolutely flawless.
He's a wordsmith
every time.
Pat, he really is. It's amazing. Tommy Sanders could do Monday Night Football. He could do anything. I mean, he is just awesome on camera, and I've learned a lot. I've had a learning curve for sure because, like I said, I've been fishing for my whole life. But then when I started doing this, and I kind of put my toe in the water a little bit, doing the first look and doing a few things with those guys. And you've got a mic in one ear, you've got a director in the other ear, and Tommy Sanders nails it every single time. He is so incredible. He's so talented, and I've learned to appreciate that so much just in these last few months.
He absolutely is. And I talked to him a few days ago, and I don't know if he told you, but he's actually going to be on next season of Dancing with the Stars. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a true story I just made up right now, Davey. Yeah. So when you see him, tell him Pat Renwick said that you're going to be on Dancing with the Stars. He'll agree. He'll agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, Tommy. Like I said, Tommy's great. Zona's great. Obviously, just proud to be able to work beside those two guys.
Hey, Davey, last time we had you on the show, we kind of did a history of Davy Hite, and we kind of really want to concentrate on the Bass Live thing this time. But I'm going to do a quick little recap of why you are a legend, okay? In my mind, why you are a legend. 24 years as a bass fishing pro, right?
Yep.
You won the Classic in '99. You won a Forest Wood Cup, okay, or an FLW championship, they called it. Angler of the Year twice.
97-02.
97 and 02. Thank you, Ryan. $2.2 million in bass fishing earnings, okay? One of the greatest comebacks in the history of the sport, the 2002 season. You were phenomenal. You turned it around like a true champion. And Davey, do you know how many pounds of bass that you actually caught in your career? I told you last time. Do you remember?
No idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay, write it on your hand this time.
All right, I will.
Okay, you ready? Have Natalie get you a pen. That's right.
She said count.
All right, JP, how many pounds of bass did Davy Hite catch in his career?
9,434 pounds.
9,434 pounds.
That's a lot of pounds.
Do you believe that?
Can you see that?
I do see that. That's outstanding. Now save that.
Now get it tattooed.
Save that for tomorrow. And when you're on Bass Live, you just say, "Hey, do you know how many pounds of bass that I actually caught in my B.A.S.S career? 9,434 pounds. That's a great Bass Live fact right there."
That really is, and I've written it down. My accountant wife, she threw me a pen just like you said.
And you just say, "Hey, take this, Tommy Sanders. You might be a wordsman and a wordsmith, but I caught 9,434 pounds of bass in my career. You can't top that, buddy."
Wow, that's really incredible.
That's why you're a legend, Davey. How does it feel when you hear one of your peers or a bass fishing fan, as myself, say that you are a legend? How does that make you feel?
It's incredible, Pat. I don't even know how to. It's when I started hearing the word legend around my name, humbly, it I don't know how to even describe. It's just really, really phenomenal. I grew up as a teenager that had a dream that wanted to be a professional bass fisherman, and almost everyone told me I was crazy, just crazy. You can't make a living like that. And I've just been so blessed, and things worked out. But I didn't want to fish. I didn't want to fish the Bassmaster Trail. It's a grind. I mean, it's an incredible grind to be on the trail fishing against the best in the world, the best in the world. And
Absolutely.
Mike Iaconelli's been talking just in the last few months about he's thinking about retirement. A lot of people don't understand what a grind it is. I loved it. I felt like I've told a lot of folks I felt like I was going to Disney World for the first 10 years of fishing full time on the Bassmaster Trail and fishing FLW also. And it's such a grind, and I was blessed so much and was able to accomplish some things that quite honestly I only dreamed about. Didn't think they'd come true, but they were stars in the sky, and I looked towards them and hoped and prayed that they'd come true. And
Hey,
I hate to keep saying it, but I'm just so blessed.
Davey, what percentage of that grind is the actual fishing versus the outside work?
Well, that's a good question, Ryan, because I went fishing today. I've been fishing more this year between the announcement and I knew that I'd be working with Bass Live than I have in a long time. There's a different mentality. There's a different mind frame that you're in when you're out fishing. I went out fishing today. My wife went with me. I caught some fish. She just watches. She doesn't care a whole lot about fishing, but she took a few photos. And I love to fish, and I will always love to fish. When I'm 6 feet under, that's when I'll stop fishing. But to compete against the best in the world and work for sponsors and do what you do, and I don't want this to sound negative at all because it's not. But after 24 years, I'm just ready for a change and ready to do something different. And like I said, with Tommy Sanders and Mark Zona, what better what better job could you go into talking about fishing, evaluating guys, and flying the Little Rock tomorrow and seeing the guys that I know so good and trying to break down what they're doing. It's just an awesome opportunity for me.
It absolutely is, and we have the best in the bass fishing business on this show every week, and what we learned that there's actually and again, not to sound negative, but we find almost, for lack of a better term, a delusion amongst bass fishing fans that being a professional bass angler is all a box of chocolates, and it's really not. We just had Jeff Kriet on right before you, and we learned with him that being a pro bass fisherman isn't all dragons and boobies. It's not all that. There's a ton of hard work that goes into it, Davey. Tons.
There is. You're exactly right, Pat. But like any other sport, and I just want to be able to relay to folks that don't know a whole lot about professional bass fishing that it's so much like our other sports. It's so much like golf. It's so much like football. It's so much like basketball. You don't see guys that have careers that are 40 years long. And whether you've got concussions or whether you got too many rough boat rides on Lake Ontario or whatever the case is, you just don't see guys that last in any sport for 40 years. And I knew that. And I really had been thinking about that for several years coming into this past year when they gave me the opportunity to work with Bass Live and like I said, work with two guys that are just absolutely incredible.
Absolutely. But let's think about it this way. Now, you're exactly right, and I totally agree with you that there's very few professional sports that you can do that have that type of long-term stability. But think about professional bass fishing compared to some other sports. You don't have professional basketball players living in their trucks and eating sunflower seeds. It's there's so much behind it. And I love bass fishing. You know that about me, Davy. I live and breathe bass fishing. But it really needs to be realized that it is a struggle in order to achieve the ultimate goal. To get where you have gotten, it wasn't easy for you from the get-go, was it?
No, it certainly wasn't, Pat. But the passion in our sport is what I love to talk about, and what you're describing. There's, I love sports. I go to Friday night football at a high school level. I go, I love sports in general because I love competition. But the passion of bass fishermen, guys that just dream to catch a big one and to hold up a trophy, is like no other sport that I know. And I keep up with all sports, whether it's hockey or lacrosse or anything in between. There's just a passion amongst fishermen like no other.
Yeah,
And it's a lot like it's almost, I could almost relate it closer to being a musician. I mean, you've done it, I've done it, traveling around the country for peanuts, sleeping on floors, sleeping in trucks and vans and whatnot. I mean, we've done that too. It's the same thing, but it's got people have the same passion. Musicians, fishermen, anyone that's going to travel and eat, nothing and go try to make a few bucks. Has to love what they're doing.
It's all for the love of the game.
Yep, absolutely.
All for the love of the game. Hey, we're on this Facebook Live thing, Davey, and some of your fans have some questions for you. JP, what's going on over there?
Well, first of all, a lot of praise for the Bass Live stuff. I mean, people are loving you in this chat room right now.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to kind of combine two people's questions. We got Nate and David. Ask him about dirt on KVD. Dude roomed with him forever. And then David wants to know, Davey, do the KVD cookies really work?
Sherry's cookies. And some.
Well, they are Sherry's cookies, and Sherry's awesome. Sends cookies. The one thing I would like to reveal about Kevin Van Dam, he is more competitive than you would even imagine. People know that he's so competitive. He's the greatest there's ever been in tournament bass fishing, in my opinion. And I'm not afraid to say that. I hope I did a few good things through my years, but Kevin Van Dam is the greatest tournament bass fisherman that has ever fished the Bassmaster and FLW tournament trail. And I will debate that with anyone that wants to say that. But if I was doing pretty well in a tournament and he was doing well, I didn't get any of Sherry's cookies. So
I see.
Those cookies, to be quite honest with you.
Does Natalie have the recipe now, though, or no?
I don't even think Sherry's pretty competitive. Also, I don't think she would even give the recipe to Natalie.
Wow. Gosh, that's it. When Kevin retires, though, there's always that backup money from Sherry's Cookies,
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure Bass Pro Shops can have the recipe, just a little, throw them in a bag. Kevin's Lucky Cookies, I'm sure.
Wait, they don't have that yet?
Yeah, right.
They got to get that out.
Come on, we're crying out loud. No unnatural ingredients. JP, any more questions from the fans?
Just a lot of praise. We got one from Kyle. He's our manager.
What's Kyle got?
Davey, can you describe your best fish catch of all time?
Whoa, best fish catch of all time.
Oh, geez. It's hard to narrow that down, but I guess the first thing that pops in my mind is what you need to hear. The biggest bass I ever caught in my life, I was actually filming a video about how to catch fish on a jig and fishing in tough times. So I've got the largest bass I've ever caught in my life, the hook set, landing, the whole 9 yards. And believe you me, Pat and Ryan, when I hook that fish, when you're doing video, when you're doing television stuff, you kind of like Bill Dance, you fight them longer, you hold it. And I was all into that, catching 2 and 3 pounders. But when I set the hook on an 11-pound, 7-ounce bass, it was like, get him in, hold him up. It was just awesome. So the largest bass I've ever caught in my life, I've got on video. I've caught a couple other 11-pounders in B.A.S.S tournaments, and those are great too. But to have the the biggest fish you've ever caught in your life, the biggest largemouth bass, to have that on video, that's pretty
It's
awesome.
outstanding.
That is awesome.
Wow.
How often do you watch that video?
Every other week now that you ask.
Nice. Speaking of videos, man, you took place in my favorite bass fishing tournament of all time, and I must admit these are selfish reasons that I'm bringing this question up, but the best tournament ever filmed, in my opinion, was the 2000 FLW Tour event on the Mississippi River, man.
I know
Is,
what you're talking about.
dude, it is a piece of bass fishing history.
Yeah.
Everything about it. I mean, you got Clun winding the balsa B3. You got Gary Klein flipping the jig in the willows. And you got you fishing the shad spawn around those docks with that spinnerbait, making perfect precision casts along docks, man. You were like a machine, man. I know you got different sponsors now, and I hope I don't offend any, but I mean, I could still see you with that Daiwa combo, dude, just roll casting that spinnerbait. It's embedded in my mind, man. That was a piece of bass fishing cinematographic history, a good word to say.
Sure. He was dancing with who brung him.
Yeah. Dude, was that event just amazing for you to be in?
It was, Pat, and to be honest with you, it's, I've won the Bassmaster Classic, thank goodness, and the Cup, and that was an FLW event. But that is truly one of the events that it's the top 2 or 3. I didn't win it, but it was just so incredible for several reasons. Number one, before I was throwing that spinnerbait around there, I was running 180 miles one way on the Mississippi River, meeting barges and that sort of thing. It's the longest I've ever ran. I don't know if anybody has fished I'm sure there's a few maybe, but I don't know of anyone that's ever ran 180 miles each way to get to your fishing location. So I was pretty excited when I got there and caught the fish. It all worked out. Gary Klein won that tournament, and Clark Winlet, I'm sure you guys know him, great fisherman,
Sure.
just super fisherman, great guy. I've roomed with him on the B.A.S.S trail for a little while before I started rooming with Kevin, and then roomed with him in FLW trail, and he was leading angler of the year going in that tournament. I was only fishing a few of those events each year at that point, and I told Clark, I said, we need to put in some brush. We need to do some stuff to help you win angler of the year, and I won't even fish them. And where we put them in, those brush piles that Gary Klein fished, because the water was dropping about 10 inches, 12 inches each day, the Mississippi really going down quick, is where Gary Klein caught his fish to win.
Wow.
Oh, no.
It was kind of a double whammy. Almost nobody knows about that. Clark and I certainly know about it. And that tournament was just incredible. Being able to fish against legends in the sport. There again, you say legend around my name, and I don't calculate with me. But a Gary Klein, a Rick Clun, those guys that were doing really, really good in that tournament, and Gary ended up winning it. It was just an incredible tournament. And to be able to run as far as I did with my Everroot each day, back and forth, I had a lot of confidence in it. And I was leading when I left, but I had a 3-hour drive back. And, those guys, the run just kind of caught up with me on the final day.
That's nuts. And, I mean, again, legends. The late, great Ken Cook throwing the spinnerbait in there. I mean, God, wait, now, if you want to watch that, I have it on VHS, but I won't give you a copy. But if you want to watch it, it is on YouTube now. Somehow somebody put it on YouTube. So if you search FLW 2000 Mississippi River, you can watch it in its entirety. It had the master Tommy Sanders and Jerry McInnes commentating at the time. Unbelievable.
Jerry McInnes in the helicopter.
Jerry in the helicopter.
One more quick note. Jerry McInnes, because I told him how far I was going in my boat, I guess he didn't quite believe me. They were going to follow me on that 180-mile ride in the helicopter, and they didn't get any footage because when they actually got to my fishing area, the pilot told them, we need to get fuel.
Wow.
Fuel, so they missed out on a lot of the footage of me catching those fish.
An outstanding derby. Hey, let's get back to Bass Live. Can you give us like what a typical Bass Live day is? I mean, we with the evolution of Bass Live and now the FLW Live, it's a whole new element for us bass fishing fans, obviously. But what goes into that? You mentioned having the having an earpiece in and hearing what's going on from different angles. But like, what's a typical Bass Live day for you, Davy Hite? What does it entail?
Well, here's the deal. I'll lay it out for you, Pat.
Okay.
I fly to Little Rock tomorrow morning, and I'll get there, and then Friday morning, I go to studio, and I hate to say this, but they got makeup people, they got all this stuff that we go through to get ready to set up.
Wait,
We
hold
go
on a second. You, Sanders, and Zona go to hair and makeup? Is that true?
Well, only for you, Pat and Ryan.
Nobody else heard that.
Didn't go to makeup for tonight. I just got back from fishing all day, so I certainly hadn't been to makeup. But it's truly incredible. This is similar but a little different. But I just want to make this point. The day that I held up the Bassmaster Classic trophy over my head, the first thought that came to my mind, when I looked out in the crowd at the New Orleans Superdome, is I wish everyone that has fished a bass tournament at the club level or at any level could feel this feeling, because it was utopia. It was just absolutely incredible, because you never know what it feels like. Now, I'm not saying my first week on Bass Live was like that, but I wish that everyone that watches Bass Live could understand what goes on behind the scenes and how many people it takes to do a decent show. There is lots of folks working in all different ways. There's people in the truck. There's people, and you guys know about this for sure. To do what you do with Stray Cast, it takes a lot more than you could ever imagine to make a decent show, and it has helped our sport, in my opinion, more than anything that's ever happened in our sport. That they spend a lot of money and hire a lot of people. We've got people that at Bass Live that fly in there that do NBA games, that do NFL, that do the best of the best. And the folks, JM and folks, they spend a lot of money to try to do a good job at Bass Live. They have to put up with me. And I'm just so impressed when you see what goes on. You never know what you don't know. When you see what goes on to make something and make it look good and to help our sport and help our sport grow. And I'm 100% honest with you. I think Bass Live has helped our sport more than anything that I've seen in the last 24 years.
I would agree.
I would agree. It's brought a whole new element to the bass fishing fan, to the bass fishing world. There's no doubt about it. What we do see, though, and I have to play devil's advocate as a member of the bass fishing media, and I want your opinion on this. How does it negatively affect the tournament angler to have? I know it's great publicity, I know it's great press, but you know where I'm getting at with this, Davey.
I do.
How does it, in your opinion, how does it negatively affect them?
Giving up too many secrets.
It sure is, isn't it? It's giving it away.
It's educating a lot of guys, but hey, Tom Gruden, whoever you want to talk about, in any other sport, you hear LeBron James talk about basketball, you hear Michael Jordan, whatever sport, those guys break it down. They break it down, and our sport has always been one of those that everybody wants to keep secrets, and it's amazed me since I've been doing the Bass Live. I've talked to a few folks that, dude, you didn't really catch them on that in 1999 when you won the Classic, because you think that there's all these secrets, and there has been in our sport for so many years, but all the secrets are revealed in Bass Live. They really, really are.
There's no doubt about it.
But you know what though? I mean, it's these guys are professionals for a reason. They're the best at it.
Yep.
I can watch LeBron play basketball live on TV. I can't dunk. It's not.
Yep.
I can't watch KVD and go be KVD. I mean, it's a head game. It's decisions. It's all that. I mean, he's the best for a reason. So, I mean, yeah, some of the secrets are there, but
They're still educating.
There's a lot of stuff that people are not going to be as good at.
Yeah.
Ryan, I couldn't agree with you more. There's secrets, and it'll help everyone be a better angler at whatever level, whether it's a high school angler watching or if it's a 60 or 70, 80-year-old guy watching. You will learn from it. But LeBron is LeBron, KVD is KVD. You know, those guys are very, very talented. They're passionate and they're talented.
Yep. And you know what I do like, and I do notice how the guys are getting smart though. Like for example, there'll be like a certain bait they're using, and they do the quick unhook and to throw it around the shoulder deal. You're noticing that, right, Davey?
They do, but my job with Bass Live is to tell the truth, and I hope I don't make any of those guys mad. I'm just doing my job, and it gives them a great opportunity to work with or for their sponsors. And my job is to kind of break it down, and I hope I can do decent at it.
And you're doing a phenomenal job, man. I mean, you really are, Davey. And again, thank you so much for enlightening us with the whole Bass Live deal. Hey, before I'm getting the cue here, before you go, do you have any last words for your fans or your sponsors, Davey?
Well, I love my sponsors. They've been faithful to me. I've been able to keep my sponsors since I've been doing the Bass Live stuff. But here's the one thing I want to say. I appreciate the positive thoughts from folks, because I'll be 100% honest with you. I've been doing the same thing for 24 years, and I was certainly nervous about doing the Bass Live. I really appreciate the folks that have been sharing the love and saying I'm doing a decent job. I want to do a good job for this sport. It's been so good for me, so good to me and my family. And I want to do a good job. I appreciate all the positive words that I've heard from folks.
Dude, you are doing a phenomenal job. And how many pounds of bass did you catch in your career again?
9,434. There you go, baby.
There it is right there. Davy Hite, legend, and now co-host of Bass Live. Davy, thank you so much for coming on again and hanging out with us, man.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime, dude, and we'll see you on the Bass Live.
We'll do it.
All right, man.
All right.
Take care. And thank you to Natalie, most of all, because she keeps you glued. We know that.
You got it.
All right, man. That's Davy Hite, bass fishing legend right there. Hey, keep it locked. Put the power poles down. When we get back, it's Shane Lehew, up-and-coming FLW Tour Pro, right here on Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. Don't you go nowhere. We're coming back at you live in a moment.
The swim jig technique is one of the most successful ways to put fish in the boat. Time in and time out, Brovani Baits swim jigs are just the right tool for the job. Beaming with quality, the Brovani swim jigs come in a myriad of colors, feature the best premium hooks and solid trailer keepers to give you, the serious bass angler, the confidence you need to accomplish your goal of putting more fish in the boat. So go to BrovaniBaits.com and start climbing the ladder to swim jig success.
How did you change your body? I mean, like just really working out? Mm-hmm. Could you take...
I did martial arts a lot and full contact karate and weights.
Could anybody do that? Could you take these to the...
Come on, say what you're really thinking.
Could you change anybody's body with enough time? Seriously?
Sure, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It just takes determination, hard work, and an instructor.
Regis Outdoors is quickly becoming the industry leader in tournament fishing apparel. There's no better way to represent your sponsors than with a Regis jersey. At Regis, you can get a short sleeve, long sleeve, sweatpants, the best prices in the industry. Regis also offers club and team discounts, special high school and college prices. Our website is easy to navigate, and Regis' staff will make the process quick and easy for you. Regis Outdoors, offering high-quality tournament apparel for the weekend angler. Outfit yourself from head to toe. Check out Regis online at www.regis.com.
Seems I've been here before, and I think I like it, because somewhere out there.
Welcome back. It's Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television time. And right now, we got a dude coming on the show for the first time. And if you have not read this dude's file or seen what he is doing, this is an up-and-comer on the Walmart FL. Or I said Walmart. I didn't mean that. I meant FLW Tour. Sorry, Shane.
That's all right.
Sorry,
Been Walmart
FLW.
for a long time.
FLW Tour Pro Shane Lehew right here. Yeah, knocking it out. Welcome to the show, dude.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate you guys getting me on here.
Hey, you kind of look like our producer, Andy the Ginger Ninja.
Dude, well, I'm not a ginger, but
Not a ginger.
I know, but I mean, but you do kind of look like him a little bit.
do I?
Yeah, there's
he
an.
must be a good-looking guy then.
Yeah, jeez, you should see. The babes flock to him.
Did you guys go to different schools together?
We must have.
Dude, you are the I'm calling you the Apache of bass fishing, because you are silently sneaking up. Okay, you're silently sneaking up on your competitors.
The Trojan horse.
He is, man. He's coming at him. You have basically won at every level, with the exception of the FLW Tour. But you are there now. I mean, you're sitting in 7th place, dude.
I just, it's been a good year so far, and hopefully it continues. And yeah, I would love to get that first tour win under my belt.
I think
that's been a goal for a long, long time.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's
It's
inevitable.
got
I mean,
eventually.
Yeah, of course. Run it down. 40. You had the first Derby, 41st, Gunnersville. Then you went down 52. 4th place at the Harris Chain. That I'm going to be honest with you. That's when you kind of caught my eye, dude. I was like, who the hell is this guy? You know, where'd he come from? There's the Apache. He's.
I'm like, who the hell am I?
Yeah.
I thought myself on that one. I didn't think I was going to catch anything. So.
Dude, you did really well, man. I mean, you made everybody nervous. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
made me a little nervous. I thought I had a chance there until the Florida guys kicked in on that last day and, kind of took over. So.
Yeah, old JT Kenny Powers. And
yeah.
and
not too bad.
And the Dorch, the old Dorch and stuff, he come out of there, knocked you guys out, and our buddy Johnny Cox. Dude, but you did really well, and you're sitting in 7th place. That is a big deal, Shane. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's it's a good start for the year, and like I said, I'd like for it to continue. Obviously, I got every goal. I want to win the tour, win a Forest Wood Cup, win Angler of the Year eventually. And I think, if I do it long enough, maybe I'll have some chances to. But, you got Brian Thrift right now. He's absolutely tearing it up. It's ridiculous. So
he's an animal.
But I know he is. Even sitting in 7th place, things can happen. So
Brian Thrift, he is not even human. Do you know that? He is not even human.
No, he's part fish.
Yeah.
He only lives about an hour from me. And actually, we fished some team tournaments back home together. So.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, he's
shopping at the thrift store.
Pretty good.
Nice. Hey, give us a little history. Give us a little Shane Lehew history. Kind of bring the people up to date here. Where'd you come from and to where you are now?
I actually started. First of all, I started fishing BFLs, and then I actually jumped into some high school events I fished a couple BFLs before I fished the high school national championship, and I did that with FLW. Shoot, it's been a long time ago. Probably in 2007. It was at Lake Hamilton, and I actually ended up winning that event. And then I jumped up and did some college fishing stuff, which was a lot of fun for UNC Charlotte. We finished second in the national championship, and we had another good finish in the national championship, another top 5. And then I went back to fishing BFLs for a couple more years, and then jumped into the tour. I kind of skipped over the coastas. I did some stuff as a co-angler, and I think that really helped me. I got to fish with a lot of good guys, obviously fishing as a co-angler on tour. I never did a full year, but that helped me out a lot. Just seeing what these guys do, the decision making that these guys make is incredible. You got to figure that stuff out. You're going to have bad tournaments. I mean, it's going to happen. But you got to go out with the mindset that, hey, I'm going to get some chances. I got to put those chances in the boat. And like this week at Beaver Lake, it's been a tough practice. I mean, it's incredibly tough. The water's coming up. We've had so much rain here. It rained the whole entire time for 2 days when I drove here.
Wow.
It was miserable driving. I hated it the whole way. But now it's come up. We're staying at the Copper Mine Lodge, and we've been using a boat ramp here in practice, and you can't even see the boat ramp anymore.
Really?
Yeah, so it's going to change, and that's what you have to. That's the biggest thing I've learned so far, and maybe I've used it a little better this year, and maybe I've just gotten a little bit luckier. I'm not really sure, but maybe it's a combination of both. But yeah, you got to know how to adapt on the fly.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And beaver can be stingy as it is,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Last year was the best year that I've been here that I've ever seen it. Actually, this is where we finished second in that national championship, and we only lost by a few ounces. It was pretty heartbreaking, but I actually like this lake a lot. It's got some clear water. It's got some dirty water. It's got everything that you'd ever want to fish. I mean, it's got bushes. But I just think with this water coming up so fast, I don't think the fish know what they want to do.
Yeah,
I think they want to spawn, and there may be some spawning. But it's like I said, it's come up so fast you can't see them, so you're going to have to catch them blind casting.
Hey, so how that brings up a good question. How are you what's the best way to target spawning fish that you can't see? And this is a selfish question because I might have a situation coming up like this. But what's the best strategy for catching those fish?
Man, honestly, if you're fishing dirty water, I think obviously a spinnerbait and a jig. Those are two baits that I would pick for dirtier water. A lot of fish, like we got a lot of laydowns and bushes on this lake. Obviously, a lot of those fish will use those bushes and those laydowns to bed around because it's a hard piece of cover. There's a hard bottom under those bushes, obviously, or a sandy spot where they can bed. Like I said, flipping that jig or winding a spinnerbait. Some of those fish will come out and get a spinnerbait. Now, if you got some clear water, I think a big player this week is going to be that Ned rig. Just a little 3-inch worm or a worm you cut down.
The what? What is that?
The Ned rig.
That stupid thing.
It's yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I hate throwing spinning rods. I do not want to do that.
We call that the goose turd.
Like you have to.
Yeah,
it's the goose turd.
Our social media guy over here, JP High, he's the king of the Ned rig. He is the lord of the Ned rig.
Well, he needs to show me how to throw it.
He's got to come down and see you. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
because I am not good at throwing. This was the first week I've thrown it, and I caught a ton of fish on it, but obviously I caught a lot of little ones on it.
We're not going to talk about it.
No, JP, give Shane a tip. He seriously is amazing with this Ned rig. Yes. I don't know how he does it. I'm always flipping or winding a square bill or throwing a spinnerbait. A spinning rod in itself just makes me nervous as could be. But this dude somehow always catches them on the Ned rig. Give him a tip. Give Shane a tip. Here's your chance to shine, JP.
The tip is do nothing. It's a do nothing bait.
I think that's all.
You just dead stick it.
Dead sticking it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm dragging a little too fast.
That thing stands up when you let it sit still.
Okay.
Stands straight up.
Just let it sit there.
For some reason, they want to eat it when it's standing up.
And don't drink Red Bulls when you're fishing them.
I mean, we all know that minnows stand straight up and down on the bottom.
The best way to get a bite is take a pee or do something else.
Okay.
Sometimes just set the rod on the floor and then pick
Grab
it back
a beer
up.
out of the cooler.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, there you go. Respool. Do some, put line on your reel tackle like your bait casting stuff, and let that spinning rod sit there.
Type out a really long email.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Fire out my first cast, just lay the Ned rig rod down, and just spool up the rest of my rods.
There you go.
Dude, you're a definite shoe in. You're a shoe in right there. Hey, do you know who Chaz Michael Michaels is?
Of course I do.
Okay. And
we might have a bait named after a movie that he did.
Yes. He's one of my heroes.
Oh, yeah. Will Ferrell is one of my favorite actors, comedians, whatever you want to call him of all time. I love that guy.
He's good.
And tell me...
Will Ferrell, spirit animal for sure.
Yeah, spirit animal, no doubt. I actually use his brush. I have his brush.
Use the shampoo, the mane and tail?
I do, yes. Actually, I do.
Good.
Yes.
That's what I use every morning. I think that's
Hey, tell us about the Blades of Glory, man.
Yeah, it's actually a company me and my dad came up with. We called it Shane's Baits. The Alabama rig got pretty big, and we saw it, and he made it better. And as far as my opinion goes, and not trying to be biased, but my dad made it a lot lighter. He made it out of aluminum, and we made the arms so they're replaceable. So you don't have to, if you break an arm off your rig, you don't actually have to replace the whole thing. You can just buy arms from us instead of throwing the whole rig away. So, and then we came up with the double, which you're talking about, the Blades of Glory, which is pretty much, it's 9 arms. It's a bigger profile. We can't throw them in these things, which is unfortunate because I love throwing the rig. There's a lot of guys that are against it, and there's a lot of guys that aren't. But, and I think it does take, a couple different things you can do out, obviously. But that is the best bait for catching, suspended fish in the winter, in the spring when they're not quite on the bed yet. And, I love throwing it. Like I said, he's made it a lot better. Just, it was my dad's design. I'm not going to try to take credit for it, but that aluminum head and just making it a lot lighter, because a lot of guys always complain about how heavy it is. You can't throw it. You got to throw a broomstick, stuff like that. I throw mine on 20-pound fluorocarbon, gamma fluorocarbon, and like a 7'3" heavy rod. I don't throw like a 7'11", 8-footer like a lot of guys do.
What are you throwing, a 7.3?
Yeah, 7'3". It's a Fitzgerald rod's, heavy rod.
Gotcha.
You can get away with him heavy, especially on that lighter rig. You can throw it on a 7-foot heavy, and I'll take it and throw it up under dock walkways and stuff like that back home at Norman.
Nice. And I actually stole one of those from a mutual friend of ours, Kyle Prescallo. He's our business marketing sales manager guy.
Oh, I actually fished with him twice on tour.
I heard he saved your ass a couple times. Is that true?
Kyle may be stretching the truth.
Okay, well, tell us a story. I heard a couple stories from him that he saved your day.
On which lake? Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's the only guy I've ever drawn twice in one of these things.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy to fish with. I enjoyed it both times I fished with him. So.
No doubt about it, man. And he's got a phenomenal new swim bait out. Have you seen that thing?
No, I have not yet.
Oh boy, it's called the Babe. Yeah.
Oh, is that his?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it on Facebook. Yeah, I got to get my hands on a few of those.
Yeah, I think Thrifty's got a few. I think you got.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you got.
You got
it's
go to a tackle store on tour. You just go to wherever thrift's staying, and you can pick out whatever you want.
Dude's amazing, man.
Thrift shop.
Hey, is that the dude on tour that you go to for advice? Is Brian Thrift like your go-to guy?
I mean, yeah, he is, but I actually stay with 2 other guys. This guy back here is waving his arm like a retard.
Who's that? Bring him on. Bring on the tard.
Come on, Justin. No, I stay with 2 guys. It's Justin Atkins. He's actually a rookie this year, and Brandon Cobb.
What's up, Justin's arm?
All we see is the bill of his hat. What up, dude?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
What's going on, man?
So these guys, I go for them for info. We actually share everything. It's the 2 guys I trust the most, and I think that's actually helped me a lot this year, honestly.
What's Justin doing there? You're looking like Socrates or something.
just kind of
He's
easing in here. I'm just trying to slide in on some of the glory.
Yeah, dude. Well, we just talked about Chaz Michaels in the Blades of Glory right there. And
This kid doesn't watch movies.
Oh, you don't?
He's watched like 3 movies in his entire
I
life.
watch Top Gun, Forrest Gump.
He's from Mississippi, so he's kind of a redneck.
He hasn't even seen Air Bud 2, probably.
Yeah. You never even saw Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, did you?
I did not.
No, jeez. The heck is this guy? You need a new tour traveling partner. Get rid of him.
Well, yeah, Brandon's a movie guy. He watches more movies than I do.
He introduced me to the fact that there's more than one Tremors movie last night. He's seen every one of them. More than
What is it called?
He's got the DVD set.
He called it something though. I can't remember what he called it. They have a name for the Tremor set. He knows that they're called graboids. I mean, he can write down a whole list of Tremor stuff.
This is pure bass fishing knowledge. This is the magic of a bass fishing talk show.
This is probably what people sign on to your website for.
You're gaining sponsors right now. Believe me, Shane. The sponsors are flocking in.
There will be a box set.
Yes.
I hope so.
It is there. Right? It is right there, dude. Hey, I'm getting the sign from our producer, Andy, and I just want to tell you, thanks so much for coming on. We got to have you on again when we got more time sometime and get more into this.
Anytime.
And you do know this, okay? That when guys come on this show, that they where did he go? Is he gone? Oh, there you are.
No, my battery left. Battery went to 20%.
You know, like Thrifty, like John Cox, they come on this show and they win. Boom. Scotty Martin. This has got the yin with the yang. This show right here.
Maybe this is all I needed to win my first tour event.
That is correct. It is going to happen for you, Shane. It's going to happen for you, dude. Anything you want to say to your sponsors and your fans before you blow out of here?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. You know, good time. Like I said, bring me back on. You know, like for a little bit more time with you guys. But I'd like to thank Garmin, Fitzgerald Rods, Ranger Boats, Evan Rude, ER Lures, Biz Baits, obviously Shane's Baits. Get online, check out shanesbaits.com. You know. And I just appreciate you guys having me on.
Dude, anytime, man. And
thank you.
You're doing a phenomenal job. I mean that sincerely. You know I goof around, man, but you are knocking it out, dude. You're doing really well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, keep up the good work, man. That's Shane Lehew, up-and-comer. Keep your eyeballs on that dude. He's dangerous. He's the Apache of bass fishing, that guy right there. Shane, thanks so much. Hey, keep it locked. I guess we have a special guest coming on. I don't even know who it is next. Somebody's coming on here, and they won't even tell me who it is. It's a surprise for me.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I guess that the internet thing went out, the www.straightcast.net, but we're still doing the Facebook Live thing. Something glitched on
There's
there.
a huge storm going on.
Yeah, it's a giant storm right now, but we're on the Bookface Live. So if you're going on the Facebook, check, I don't know who this is going to be to surprise us. I have no idea. I'm so excited about this.
Well, good.
All right, man. Take it easy. Good luck tomorrow on the beef, man. Take it easy on the beef.
All right, thank you.
All right, Shane Lehew right there. Hey, I'm Pat Renwick. Keep it locked right here. Put the power poles down when we get back. Mystery guest and Facebook prize giveaway.
Contest winner.
Contest winner. Hey, don't go nowhere. We're coming right back. What the heck? What is this guy doing here? A special guest star on the Scooby-Doo show. Right now, it's not a swamp monster, but it's the one and only John Cox making a special guest appearance on the Straight Cast show. Yeah, my dude. Dude, give me an internet high five right now. There it is, right there, man. Dude, this is a pleasant surprise right now. I'm pretending like I didn't know this was gonna happen. Is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm a bad actor. March 17th, 2016. March 17th, 2016. What does that mean to you?
That's the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, that's well, think about it. Think about it, Johnny. I know you got beaver on your brain, but
Yeah,
but
I do have some beaver on my brain right now.
especially tonight, you got some beaver on the brain.
Yeah.
But think about this. March 17th, 2016. What happened on that day?
That is when I won the tour event on Lake Hartwell.
That is when you won the tour event on Lake Hartwell. Exactly.
Got that right.
And now, in March, the same week of 2018, you are going to fish the Bassmaster Classic. Yes, on Lake Hartwell. Woo! That's how you bass fish.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
I don't believe.
Dude, it's nuts,
It's
right?
true.
It is crazy. It's unbelievable that I had 3 chances to make it in that thing, and I'm actually getting to go. Just crazy.
Yeah, man, you knocked it out at Chick, dude.
I know, of all places. It was just.
I mean,
I don't know.
You have a love-hate relationship with those Tennessee River and
Right.
Pounds, dude.
Right. My worst finishes and 2 of my best wins have come off there. So it's unbelievable.
Go figure.
Yeah.
That's bass fishing, dude. But I mean, you pulled it off at the Chick, dude. I mean, it's Chick, dude. That sounded
Chick,
pulled
dude,
it off at the Chick, dude. But I mean, you're probably you're Johnny Smiley. You are.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty happy no matter what happens.
Well, when he comes on the show, he wins, and that happens a lot.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing how this happens? Okay, so you're a pretty laid back dude. You're Mr.
Right.
Smiley, okay? And I know for a fact that you were a little spun out on Chick, weren't you, dude? I mean, it was a roller coaster.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just a lot of stuff. A lot of changes. I mean, it was looking really good during the week, and then we got a ton of rain, and it started to flood, and water came up a lot, and it was. I mean, I didn't really see much, each day. It was a struggle.
And you knocked it out. I mean, bottom line, you knocked it out. Now, the real reason that we had you on the show is I want to see if you're cool with me making monthly installments on that new boat that you just won.
Okay. That'll work.
See, we got a commitment. We got a commitment right there. It's the new straight cast boat. Thanks, John Cox.
Right.
No, seriously, dude. Phenomenal. Okay, so basically 10th place at the Bass Open on Harris, okay?
Right.
And now first place on Chick. Now, you fish another Southern Opener. I don't know, maybe you're already qualified. Are you qualified for the elites now, too?
No, I think I have to go to the last one, the one on Smith Lake. And then, I guess if you make it the top 10 in points or 7 or something,
5.
then you get to go.
Okay, top 7?
Yeah, something like that.
7 or 5, something like that.
Gotcha.
Oh, maybe 5. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that part. I wanted to go to that Bassmaster Classic, so that was
right.
That's what I'm excited about.
How awesome would it be to add that to your resume, dude?
Oh, and I'm telling you, just to have that opportunity is everything, and to have it that time of year on a lake that I fished a lot and kind of know a little bit about. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, man. I mean, and it's pretty cool, dude. We're very proud of you. Sincerely, you know that, right?
It's awesome.
I mean, you are one of our favorites. You know that.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely, dude. Hey, you're at Beaver Lake. The Beav is being stingy, isn't she?
The beaver this year doesn't look as good as it did last year. It's just not the same beaver.
It's
Beaver's changed.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, how do we do this? But we just had Shane Lehew on, and Shane, he's an up and comer,
Yeah, right.
I mean, and he is telling us that the fluctuating water, it's stuff that you guys deal with all the time. It's like You never get a tour event that really just lines up perfect, do you?
Never. It doesn't ever seem to be like that. And it's crazy. The pattern this year has been this exact same thing. You know, the practice, it starts getting the warming trend, and all of a sudden here comes this nasty cold front, and it's happening almost every event so far this year.
The old adage, it's a test of the best.
Oh yeah, yep. It definitely
Grinders prevail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much got to throw practice out the window. I mean, the fish are going to be caught tomorrow out of places at the beginning of practice was dry land. You know, so I mean that's it's going to be exciting.
But it sets up for you, dude. It does, doesn't it?
It does. The only thing that worries me is the a lot of times if these fish are as pre-spawn as I think they are, the rise in water will actually back them out even further. And but I mean, they might have had a lot of fish spawn already. And if that's the case, those fish are already spawned. When that water comes up, they'll come up with it, and it'll be a great tournament.
Wait, I just learned something very important, and I'm totally serious. I never knew that. So you're saying if the fish are in pre-spawn and the water rises, it actually backs them out.
Yeah, well, it cools it off. All that deep cold water's coming in. Those fish are trying to spawn, and it just backs them back out. It's usually not what you want in a earlier spring kind of tournament.
Gotcha. I really didn't know that. I didn't. He's always laughing and smiling.
The only reason I know is because I've seen it happen. So many of these damn things. They just leave. They back off, but we'll see if we can't get 5 of them tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sure you're ready to knock it out. You feeling good about this or what?
Yeah, I mean, practice. It looked good, and and I got to see some areas that had some really good fish in it. We'll just see if we can't get them to bite. So.
Dude, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you're fishing shallow.
yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know how. I don't know how I guessed that.
You nailed it. It actually, some of the stuff is a little bit deeper. I mean, I can't quite see the bottom in some of the places, but for the most part, most of the places you can see the bottom.
Is that fishing deep for you? I can't see the bottom. It's
deep?
Pretty
much. Like if I put my rod in and I go, 6 or 7 guides down the rod, that's usually deep for me.
Right. Fishing offshore.
Right.
That's the deal. That's
I love
the
it,
deal.
man.
If that 8-foot flipstick buries, you're a little bit too deep.
Yep, a little bit too deep.
just a little bit too deep, man.
Right. I'm telling you, at Chick, I think I wore all the paint off the bottom of my boat. That's how shallow they were.
Nice. That's what that aluminum boat's made for, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was dragging. The biggest problem I had was my live wells kept filling up with sand.
Oh no!
From because the boat was constantly kicking it up and it was just sucking it in. And
wow.
Dumping live well. It was an awesome week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And momentum is everything, and you got the momentum going right now, dude.
Right. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Where are you at? Like, where are you staying? You at a hotel, or you in a cabin, or what do you got going?
Yeah, I'm in this lovely hotel that I've stayed at probably the last 5 or 6 years. It's not bad. It's a little rough. I don't want to show you too much of it.
Come on, give the fans a real taste of professional bassing.
All right, let me see if I can turn this sucker around.
Give us a scan.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. It's like 1980s style.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that shag carpeting I see?
Sleeping next to it.
Oh, would you look at that right there? Look at that sexy beast right there.
Yeah. And then check out this TV. It's one of those new flat screens.
That's awesome.
This place is so nice.
Dude, you are highfalutin.
Yeah. My what I think is the problem I have if I get a really nice hotel, not only does it cost a ton of money, but I won't want to get out of bed in the morning, and I want to sleep in. I won't practice. But in a place like this, you can't wait to get out of here in the morning.
Those bed bugs will wake you up.
Yeah. Those things crawling over your nose keep you active all night.
Yeah.
That's where it is. That's where it is. And if people knock on the door, I've seen this movie a million times.
Right.
If you hear screaming and they're knocking on the door in the middle of the night, do not answer. For the love of God, John Cox, do not answer. We need you to win this.
All right.
We need
I
you.
love it though. This guy just wins a derby, wins the Forest Wood Cup, and he's staying at the what do you call it?
Can't even
I
say
can't
it on
think of
this show.
Or you're staying at a nice place. I like
Yeah.
that. No, that's awesome though, man. That says a lot about you. Keep doing that. And if you start going to those expensive hotels, you make changes when you're winning. It's not going to be
right.
good.
I don't.
Keep
every
doing
time I've stayed somewhere nice, I don't think I've ever gotten a check.
Right. You gotta keep it real, dude. You gotta keep it real. Hey, we got some questions from your fans on the book face machine here.
It's actually from me. I got a question for everyone.
Yes.
Is the Forest Wood Cup and the Bassmaster Classic, has that only been won by one angler?
No, there's been a few.
Davy Hite won it.
Davy Hite has both of
did
them?
it. Who else won a Bassmaster
Hite.
Classic in
I know
Luke Clausen.
Clausen, of course, yeah. Anybody else?
Hackney doesn't have a classic. He's got the cup.
Yeah. And
Was
then
there,
there's
was there a Hibden?
Jeremy Jablonski from the east side won that at that one time.
Well, anyway, it's a short list. And
It's a short list.
You got a great shot at it.
We did it one time. I can't remember. I think there's 4 maybe.
Yeah, there's one more. I can't think of who it is though.
Jay
But,
Yellis, right?
Yellis. Jay
Yeah,
Yellis.
Jay Yellis.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Someone chimed in there on the chat.
Nixon?
Excellent.
Nixon? Larry Nixon?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
I don't.
Hey, are you on your phone or on the laptop?
Oh, I'm on my phone.
Oh, you're on your phone. Gotcha. Can you get texts at the same time that you're doing Skype? Do you know that?
I don't know if I can.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ginger says no. The producer says no. I was going to have you do something crazy, but we won't. But we won't.
Take it easy.
But we won't do that. Hey, but dude, this was a total surprise. I had no idea you were coming on. And it was absolutely outstanding. We thank you so much for coming on, dude, and go win this one, and then come back on for a full segment, okay?
All right, that sounds good.
Dude, seriously, thank you so much for coming on here, and best of luck, man. Continue throughout the season.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on anytime, and hopefully we'll be back next week.
Yeah,
Go scrape up the bottom of that boat some more.
absolutely, and
Right.
and we'll see you at the Forest Wood Cup this year, dude.
Oh yeah, you guys are coming, right?
Yeah, and you better have a nicer room for us than that right there.
Oh man, I don't know. Like I don't know. It might be pretty rough there too.
We'll go halvesies.
You need to spend a little of that Bass Millionaire money on us.
Shoot, it's all gone.
John Cox, he is the dude. Mr. Smiley right there. Thank you so much. Stay safe tomorrow. Good luck. Knock him out.
Get him.
All right, see you guys later.
Hey, take care. That's John Cox, FLW Tour Pro right there. Hey, it's time right
Contest
now.
time.
It's time right now for the big giveaway. For the big book face giveaway, you're going to get right now. This is the War Eagle PH Custom Lures giveaway in conjunction with the Brian Kerschel Memorial Foundation, the Brian Kerschel Memorial Fish Whistle, and the Brian Kerschel commemorative
Trading cards.
Trading cards. That's all going on right here.
And this War Eagle hat.
And a kick-ass War Eagle hat right here that it's straight from Talladega Nights.
Yes.
It's amazing. Hey, JP, who won?
Adam Gundlock.
Adam Gundlock.
Adam Gundlock. Adam Gundlock.
Very sorry if I murdered that
Gundlach.
name. Yep.
Gundlock.
Adam Gundlock. And what was his comment on Facebook?
Neat.
He said neat. That's right.
I should have disqualified him from the beginning.
Neat, period.
Neat, not even an exclamation point. Neat, period. Adam Gundlock.
I love it.
You are the lucky winner of this amazing War Eagle Mike McClellan spinnerbait, 2 PH Custom Lures, a Bill Lowen flat side special, and a little hunter, or a tiny hunter, this amazing Talladega Nights War Eagle hat, and the Brian Kerschel Memorial Foundation goods. Congratulations. Brad, is that his name?
Adam.
I don't know.
Gundlock.
I got short-term memory
Adam
loss.
Gundlock.
Adam Gundlock. Hey, thank you so much, everybody who played the Straight Cast Book Face contest deal. We got another one coming up very soon. And we are off next week. It's our off week next week. And everybody wish Andrew Ellenberger and Tap Dance and Tommy Billings the best of luck at Kentucky Lake, because they're going to fish the USA Bassin thing. And you know what? Andy's got a jersey a straight cast jersey, and he got it on time.
He can cross the stage
He
now.
can walk across the stage proud that he got his jersey from Regis on time. So that's Andrew Ellenberger, Bass Fishing Tournament superstar. Winding up the show, I'm Pat Renwick, Ryan Popcorn Whitaker, JP High. Thank you, all of you that tuned in, because without you, we're nothing. Thank you to all our sponsors. We'll catch you in a couple weeks with, believe it or not, Skeet Reese is coming on the show.
Oh, boy.
Skeet Reese.
Black and yellow.
Skeet, black and yellow, black and... Hey, where it at? Black and yellow. I'm Pat Renwick. Love y'all. Peace.
Well,